Surprise Synopses here again. I hope the tropes are lit. 3 pitches minimum. And the genres aren't shit. If Harley's does persist, I hope the tropes are lit. I'll be mighty pissed. And the genres aren't shit. Damien's my favourite one. Hope the tropes are lit. Synopsis person, yes hun. And the genres aren't shit. Alex is sure to surprise. I hope the tropes are lit. And bully Harley all his life. And the genres are shit. Surprise Synopsis is live. I hope the tropes are lit. Like, share, and subscribe. And the genres aren't shit. Yeah, that's it.
I nailed that. I don't know about you guys.
What's the opposite of nailed?
Derailed.
I extracted nails from that.
Yeah. I used the pointy end of the hammer and I went at it.
The claw. So how do we feel
The claw! I'm not doing that again.
the SS Shanty?
It didn't have much shanty to it.
Yeah. It was more like one of those things you do at
I was just desperately trying to get the lines right.
Yeah. I was panicking. I'm like, shit, lit!
It's less a straight up sea shanty with the music and everything, and more of like a sea
It's a
shanty,
bogan sea shanty.
a working song.
Look, it'll do, but it's no bird's eye fish fingers.
Because I was listening to...
Catch 'em and cook 'em as fresh as can be. Bird's eye fish fingers.
I might have to cut that out.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Who, Damien?
Damien, because he's homeless.
If I lived in a pineapple, I wouldn't be homeless.
Duh, I just wear them on my shoes.
Who tattled on the mob and sleeps with the fishes?
Oh, you're not.
No, I've got my yellows on.
Disgusting. Have you seen that they're bringing... Oh, I can't remember. Is it Harry Potter? They're bringing out Harry Potter shoes? You're different on Harry Potter?
I don't mind Harry Potter the books, but I don't care for that fandom.
Oh, yeah.
They're not for me.
I didn't even watch all the movies, but I've read the books like... Not exaggerating, probably 12 to 13 times, like the full thing.
Wow. Impressive.
That's a lot of read-throughs.
I like Harry Potter.
Then you'll love Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality. Imagine Harry Potter was not abandoned with the Dursleys, but instead with a scientist. And he grows up to be a scientist. It's great.
Voldemort would definitely take over the Wizarding World because there's no prophecy
he could
to
shoot
save
Voldemort
them.
with a gun because of guns.
But he doesn't even know about that because he's a scientist. He's in the Muggle world.
He's Harry Potter. He's still magic-y.
So they still take him to Hogwarts, but he's just scientific. Up to 11, he'd figured out gravity, has he? He had it all sorted by 11?
Yeah.
And a cool haircut, I'm guessing?
Sure. It's a
and laser.
fiction, so.
And a laser.
Surgery. And the laser. Laser surgery, so he didn't have glasses.
Oh, I get the LASIK.
Yeah, so he stays with Cho and they get married and have little Asian babies with scars on their head.
Like we all wanted.
Fan fiction by Eliza Yudkowsky, and it's as long as the first 4 Harry Potter novels put together.
It seems
and it just covers the first year. It's really good.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. She had too much time on her hands. I refuse to even get into anything that J.K. Rowling's written since.
Oh, yeah, like how people aren't born gay. J.K. Rowling just decides. That
was everything. I love her tweets are hilarious. Her books, I'm not getting into them. And the new movies.
You know, wizards, they just shit themselves and magic it away.
I've seen the new books.
Now.
Yeah, well.
I also don't want to,
Only until Disney buys it and, like, uncannons everything she's ever written.
The magic awakens.
Save me, Mickey.
Old Daniel Radcliffe.
Take the bad touch
will be
away.
in the movie if he gets killed.
Yeah, why not?
All right. I didn't plan on using the guitar this episode because I'm like, the shanty's musical enough.
That'll do, donkey.
Surprise Synopses is the show where we take a trope and a genre out of different hats, plow them together, and hopefully, from the pressures of creativity, form the diamond that is a surprise synopsis. I'm Harley, and on my right is...
Damien.
And diametrically opposed to me is...
Alex.
Correct.
Ding ding.
10 points for correct answers all round.
Excellent. Let's move to stage 2, which is And the Trope Is.
And the trope
is... Oh, we're getting a bit light on tropes. There's only a few left in here.
Where are all mine gone? Have you guys taken it out of it? You guys have actually taken mine out.
This is one of yours.
Yeah, but we've done like one of them. You guys have like gone, all the ones that Alex have written, let's take them out.
Well,
this
is
a
it to pad them?
conspiracy?
Just
space.
space.
Notice. Where are they? I wrote like 12. We've got 3.
I edit them for length.
This is bullshit.
Our trope is the protagonist suddenly acquires magical powers and must learn to control them. Precedent that we were talking about Harry Potter just then.
Yeah.
So, Alex, this is one of your tropes. Where have you seen this trope?
What
before?
inspired you?
My imagination, because I'm so smart.
So
Harry Potter, though, probably was Harry
Yeah,
Potter.
I mean, Harry Potter.
He
Yeah.
gets
He talks to
magic
snakes.
powers.
Yeah.
And just magic in general.
Mm-hmm.
Just all the other shit. Who else? Like any superhero movie where they acquire the powers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like all the Spider-Mans.
Yeah, Spider-Man's a big one. And he's like, da, da, da.
Alex was making vague Spider-Man hand gestures.
She's throwing the Spidey horns.
Yeah, this is a podcast. Right.
She had the dexterity of someone who's practiced at throwing gang signs, everyone.
The part of these films that I like the most is always after they've discovered their powers, like they've kind of woken up in the morning and they feel different or whatever.
But
After
before
that scene, but before they have to fight crime with it, they like go around and play with their powers.
Yep.
And
in script writing terms, this is called fun and games.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the fun and games bit then.
Everyone does.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess so. When you put it like that.
Yeah. No, I like it too. Listen, don't let him bring you down.
I'm not trying to bring him down.
Can you think of any movies then, Mr. Fancy Pants use all the smart boy words?
No, I have an immense pool of knowledge until someone calls on it, then it just floats away.
Yeah, well, that's
the opposite of
helpful.
a magic power.
Yeah, I know.
You should learn to control it.
That's an anti-magic power.
My only magic power is being able to reference things I haven't seen, which is not that useful.
Yeah. Work on that.
Oh.
By watching more things or making less references?
Both.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be the answer to that.
I mean, I guess this trope is always pretty similar to like someone finds a magical item, right? Like it's in the kind of general class of like they come into possession of
Magics.
extraordinary ability through some way.
Yeah.
Oh, John Carter of Mars, right?
Sorry.
John.
I haven't
No?
seen it.
Okay, so basically it's on this really old comic book, the same guy that wrote Tarzan, and the premise is this guy who's on Earth, he's an Earthling, gets teleported to Mars, where there's this like kind of like rich multi-species kind of like civilizations going on. Right, it's teeming with life and whatever.
Fun. This is the fun and games part.
Yeah. But the thing is, because Mars has really low gravity, everyone there is adapted to not needing very much strength to like walk around, and he has like. He's
Superpowers.
earth thick,
Yeah.
right? So he can bound around and punch things really hard, and he can basically fly because he's so good at his legs are so good at pushing him off the ground because they're so used to fighting.
But
Earth.
would he lose it slowly?
Yeah. But it's
Yeah.
like early on, he's just like he has these
Superhero.
like weird magic powers, but he doesn't like. He's still got as much strength as he normally has, but he's in a scenario in which that becomes really powerful.
That's
I
a
guess
cool
like how
spin on it.
Superman comes to Earth and he's
Yeah.
got like regular boy species powers, but then the context of Earth and the sun makes him really powerful. And he has to control them, and then he does. And then he's like, I'm John Carter, I'm taking over Mars.
Did he take over Mars?
No
No spoilers.
Well,
Try and figure that out.
well,
Well, it's John Carter off Mars.
no spiders for something. No
No spiders.
no spiders, please.
No Sparta.
Yeah, this is my spider-free review. No spoilers for something that came out of circa Tarzan. It was a long time ago.
Good chat.
All right, well, just for that, you can go first.
Okay. Well, there's a lot in here. We mixed them up.
Oh, someone did something.
Manic Pixie Dream. Wasn't that this
That's
one?
a trope. Alex, what have you done? You've crossed two tropes together. What happens when a manic pixie dream girl finds out she's a manic pixie dream girl?
Uh-oh.
Wait, do I do it? I guess. No, that's
No,
hard.
they're two tropes.
I'm putting that over
Well, let's Harley, you've betrayed everything we stood for.
I didn't do this.
You've crossed tropes and...
I'm not allowed to touch the hat.
You're the
Can
worst
you-
director
Harley,
ever.
can you add in Please Stand By while we're having technical difficulties music? These messages-
We're fucked. We're not going to be able to fix this. Harley's fucked everything.
Does-
I didn't touch the...
He's baffled McGlaffle.
wait, you know these were all in a pile when we got here, right?
No, those are the ones we've used before. Those are used. They're spent.
Unlikely.
Oh, unlike Manic Pixie Dream Girl.
I didn't fucking put it in there, mate.
Yeah. Yarami. No wonder all of these are missing. They must have got pulled out or something.
So those are all the spent ones because they were just loosely on this table.
Yeah.
So, is there a second trope in the hat, Damien, or did Alex just sleight of hand that in there to discredit me?
Did not sleight of hand. Nothing.
Did she just put it in there and pull it off the top to discredit me?
That's another trick.
Ha! That's 3. Buck, buck, buck.
That's 2.
No, 1, 2, 3,
Zombie
4.
Apocalypse? Is that a trope or a genre?
That's both.
No, we haven't done it yet. Okay.
All right.
All right, and we're back.
Take 7. Oh, shit.
Oh, take 8.
I have a comedy of errors.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, that can work.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good.
Oh.
Okay, I'm doing a pausey and thinking.
I was afraid we wouldn't have a show.
Yeah. She pour out the whole hat. We can't use any of these. They're contaminated.
What happens when your Manic Pixie Dream Girl finds out the house is haunted, but she doesn't believe in ghosts?
Years
Or maybe she does.
ago, I started writing with a friend a movie where a Manic Pixie Dream Girl gets sad and finds her own Manic Pixie Dream Girl.
Was the friend John Green?
No.
Was it called The Fault in Our Stars?
No. Is it The Fault in Our Stars?
It is The Fault in Our Stars.
I haven't read or watched The Fault in Our Stars. Also, this was before Fault in Our Stars, so we could have got there first if my friend actually did any work.
Fault in Our Stars proves that you can play a trap card on a trap card.
You know what no one's expecting when you play a trap card?
Further trap cards?
Yeah.
It's like when you pick up 4 on a pick up 4. And someone who didn't want no trouble has to pick up 8. And they shatter into pieces and get banished to the Shadow Realm.
The land of wind and ghosts.
8 cards? Impossible.
It cannot be done.
It puts you at a severe game disadvantage, for sure, to say the least.
Think. There's very few games where 8 or something is good.
Okay, I kind of thought of something.
Okay.
I made a guy pick up 16 on his wedding day.
Ew, what?
That's better than when the
Why are you playing Uno on a wedding day?
It was the morning.
Oh, okay.
priest asks you, and if anyone should, and you just go, no, you, reverse. Now you're married.
Reverse.
Deal with it, priest.
Draw 2, give them 2 more.
Right. Yeah.
Suddenly.
Here are my
polyamory.
sisters.
Pick
I
up
don't
2.
want them.
All right. How's your comedy of errors coming?
Okay.
Got any comedy, or is it just errors?
Oh, yeah. Fuck, I didn't think about comedy. We'll try. We'll make this a comedy.
Wait, what were you thinking about?
The other stuff, because it
errors?
doesn't, like, you know when some of these give you, like, somewhere to start with?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like some people or something, or, like, it doesn't. So you gotta, like, I had to, like, think of something to fucking do.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was thinking about
So
the
you had to
powers.
improvise a plan.
Yeah, I had to think, and I hate that. Man. Okay, so this is what I got so far.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll have like a Will Smith-esque character, so
Yeah.
it's a comedy. We'll move on from that. No, I don't have to reference that again.
Yeah.
And they are a paramedic.
Yep.
And
Okay. Comedy incoming.
I'm laughing already.
suck my dick.
Get the crash card.
So they're a paramedic, and there's like them and the partner.
Yeah, plucky
So there's the two of them, and they're like having like chat, and you can see that they're like pretty good friends, and they're like bantering and stuff. And they're doing like some menial call, and they're like making fun of the person, and then they get this big call in that there's been a nuclear reactor explosion thing at like the local nuclear reactor.
Okay.
Really struggling
What do
with
they
that.
want the
Nuclear
paramedics
to go help the people who have got acid on their face and whatever.
Yep.
to do? Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
So
That's the main danger.
They
is,
scoot over.
Beep boop and a wee woo.
Yeah, and Will Smith does a funny joke and everyone giggles. And then they get there and they're like helping people and they're like
would you say it's a sick burn?
Looks like this situation just got hot. Nuclear hot.
no, just basic Will Smith stuff. Like, I don't pay me enough for this. Nothing to do with no effort, minimal effort
looks like
jokes.
a real insert name of movie here.
Yeah.
Here.
It's like, damn. I can't have my burger.
Another classic Will Smith lines.
Pixie, get off my lawn.
And that's why he's Hollywood's most charismatic man.
Radioactive meltdown. Guess I can't have.
Because he loves his kids.
Too much.
That's why Johnny Depp's no good no more. Doesn't love his kids.
He doesn't
Or his
have
wife.
children.
Or his wife. He just
Given
doesn't love
that Johnny
someone.
Depp just filed a countersuit against Amber Heard.
No,
alleging
don't.
Yeah,
That's fine.
we should not get
That's
into
fine.
this.
That's not our business.
Okay.
This podcast is a real comedy of errors.
Anyway, Will Smith is in this movie, not Johnny Depp.
Okay.
So Will Smith and his partner, who can be another dude, we'll go with, scoot over to the nuclear power plant. There's all like exploded, and there's like explosions going on, and there's like people already helping people. They're sort of like one of the last to arrive, so like everything's sort of established there, and it's like a big shot. And they're like trying to go in, and they're like, oh, there's still people in this main section, and like everyone's like blocked it off, and like we can't get in. Like the firefighters are like, we're not going anymore. And Will Smith's like, no, I'm a hero. I'm gonna go in and get him. So they go and like get this guy and pull him out and like save him, and like his partner goes like halfway in, but not as far as Will Smith goes in. And so they save the dude.
Yep.
Or like the bunch of dudes, orphans. They saved the orphans. I don't care.
Yeah.
50 orphans that were in there
They're
for
on a
a
field
school
trip.
field
Yep.
trip. Yeah, he saved the 50 orphans.
But wouldn't there be
And
all
one of
sorts
them was his
wacky radiation in there?
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
So glad to have your input.
Wow.
Just setting that up for you.
Yeah. You don't think that's what I've been doing? Like, fuck, I didn't think of that.
Oh, okay.
I was going to have him nearly drown and get power from that.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm glad I stepped in. I wasn't sure if you were doing this, and then we're like, and then he ate a radioactive burger later.
Then he got his burger because it was his ambulance was near the nuclear power plant. No, so thank you. So he saves all the orphans. One of them just school kids. One of them happens to be his kid or something, you know. So that's why he went in there. It's a reasonable amount of love. And so he saves them all, and everyone's like, woo, hero, hero, hero. And he's like, yeah, stick as Will Smith.
Alex just threw the shuckers there. Well, she said sick as. He's an absolute lad.
He's like 55, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's all about the shuckers. So he like hugs his kids whose name's George. It's a girl, Georgia, his daughter. And he like gives her a hug, and they like go home. And that night, he's like sitting with his wife on the couch, and George has gone to bed, and the wife's like, okay, I'm going to sleep, honey. Like, and he's like, okay, thanks. And he's like drinking a glass of scotch.
Yep.
But it's like still like a middle class house, you know, because like he's middle class. He gets
He's
the people.
drinking Red Label.
He understands people. Yeah, not even. You know that like scotch that isn't real scotch that you can buy for $10 from Premix King. It's that.
Well, yeah, it makes sense.
It's actually wine. It's just brown.
He's in America and he's on entry-level healthcare professional money.
Yeah, exactly.
Gonna have that big house.
It's 2 rooms. So he's like, okay, sweetie, good night. And she goes, and he's like watching TV and drinking scotch, and they go through one of those, you know, he's like, oh, and like his vision goes funny.
Yeah.
And he's like, and his scotch falls. And then it's like, goes to the morning. So he like passes out, and he goes to the morning, and he gets up, and he like goes to make breakfast, and he like goes to like touch the toaster, and like what should we do? Should we do that?
What
he can
shall
like
we do, Alex?
what's the fun one?
He zaps the
What's
toaster.
the one where it like
It's
like
two-
he's what's that movie, you know, where he like goes to push the door and it like opens before him? That's another movie like
That's
this
a
where he
movie?
like gains powers. Yeah, he like it's like something to do with aliens, and he like gains the ability. What's it when you can like pick things up with your mind?
Telekinesis.
Yeah, he gains like telekinesis. This guy Will Smith. Spoiler alert, because the movie hasn't got to it yet, but he gets telekinesis.
Ooh.
It's a bit off the rack, isn't it? Is that your best power?
Rack City, bitch.
Oh.
That's what we're starting with. So the
Did
toaster
Oh,
you
like
just get got?
I think so.
not good, but it was got.
We need to go to the third-party review for that one. All right, we just got
there we go.
information, Damien. You've got God. I'm sorry to
Shit.
say. You got 6 months to live.
All right. Oh.
You got telekinetic cancer, sorry.
Kinetic cancer.
It's cancer that doesn't have to touch me.
Yeah.
It just thinks about killing
It's
me.
just around you.
Yeah. Wom, wom, wom.
So yeah, he goes to grab the toaster and it like pushes away from him or something, and so every time he goes to do something, and like it'll like slide off the table or whatever. So like lol humor, and Will Smith insert Will Smith joke.
Yes, because let us not forget, this is a comedy of errors.
Haha. So Georgia gets up and he's like, so he's trying to make her breakfast and he like keeps messing it up because it's a comedy of errors. And he's like learning, he's like trying to butter the toast and shit. And he's like, just make your own damn breakfast, Georgia. And he's like, I'm late for work. So he leaves and he like, his partner picks him up at the front in their woo-woo machine. Or ambulance.
They're like detectives. They pick him up from outside his work.
Yeah. It's like, I already picked up the ambulance because I'm the partner and we know this situation.
Damien, if you could get driven to work in an ambulance, wouldn't you not?
Well, you could cut all the red lights, I suppose.
Yeah,
sure.
And if something happens, medicine's right there.
Medicine's right there.
You know, emergency medical services, right there. Continue, Alex.
Thank you.
You have my permission.
Stop it. What a lovely world we live in. So he's trying to do that and he goes to his friend. He's like, do you feel like weird from yesterday, man? And he's like, yeah, a little bit. And like the friend has gotten powers as well, but like not as strong.
Yeah, half
like,
as many powers.
He can't, it's not telekinetic, but like if he thinks like his like strength is stronger or something. So like through telekinesis, he can't like not touch it. But like if he touches it, his brain like works with it, so he can like pick up really heavy stuff.
Oh, he got radiation strong.
Yeah, so he got telekinetic strong, but he has to touch it.
He's got regular kinetic.
So kinetic strong.
Sure.
No
Kinetic sand.
What is that the music that's playing, or is that a reference to something?
It's a product.
Kinetic sand.
It's a thing.
You never heard of kinetic sand?
No.
Oh, you haven't lived.
What does it do? Is it good?
Look it up tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Eat some, play with some, cut some with a knife.
I wouldn't recommend eating it.
Eat it.
Okay, well, I guess I'll eat
Any 5-year-old would eat it.
Just dissolve it in my lemonade.
Go along with some, what are those red lollies that ruin your teeth?
Red skins?
Yeah, stick a red skin in it. Suck it off. Stick it in again.
Suck off a red skin.
Well, you got to do what you got to do.
Anyway, what was your comedy of errors about again?
Oh, yeah. So they're like, oh, man. I can't do a Will Smith accent, but he's like, oh, dude, we're superheroes. And
I'm Will Smith, and I'm a superhero.
So they're like...
That's like a kind of a Georgian accent. Like,
oh, no, it's just... I wasn't trying to do an accent. I was just doing, my name is Will Smith, and I'm X.
All right.
Because it's basically how he acts in some of his movies. I'm Will Smith, but I'm in YouTube Rewind. Woo.
Yeah, how dare he? He's not a YouTuber. Check his privilege. So they like turn off their speakers and they look at each other. You're like, are you thinking what I'm thinking, B1? He's like, I think I am Will Smith. We're going to be superheroes. So they go down to like somewhere and they're like trying to like work on their powers and it's hilarious. It's a comedic hilarious. They mess things up. Yeah, it's the fun and games section. They're like, oh, whoopsie. And we just had a little bit of fun and games at breakfast, but this is big boy fun. They're at the scrapyard. Or what do we call it in Australia? Rubbish junkyard?
Tip.
Yeah. Thanks, Australia. They go down to the tip and they're like, oh, mattresses, oh, cars. And like one's like falling on him. He's like, oh, bother. But he saves it because he's strong. And they like eventually learn to get better. And one of the people that didn't get say, oh, how about, so remember back when he was like, I need to go save these orphans that actually turned out to be school kids because one was his kid.
Yeah.
So there was also another dude that was like in like a separate area. It was like either go like west or east, and it was like you had to go one or the other. And he went east and got the kids and left the guy to die, but he got radioactive E as well, and now he's the bad guy.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Insert laugh track. And so he has it as well, but he has also like anger that no one went and saved him. So he's telekinetic,
he got left
but
behind.
yeah, but he's also gone like insane with anger because he like sort of like he like went through the process of dying and like pain of radioactive poisoning.
And is he all like misshapen?
His organs are all
and,
mushy.
Like, he's all, like,
his face is melted, but on one side because we need to have the action shot on the other.
Yeah, right.
Alex just presented exactly half of her face to the microphone for those listening at home.
Oh, sorry.
Don't hit the microphone.
I didn't mean to. I was just giving it a little pat.
Too much radiation for you,
Yeah.
maybe.
Your radiation.
And like
strong.
so like his arms are like little bits, but not too much. We don't want to like give the SFX people too hard of a job.
Yeah, right. So he's a bit burned up.
You can definitely tell that he's evil by looking at him. And so this when they're like doing all this cool stuff and they're like getting
facial
better.
disfigurements mean evil, Harley. Don't shake your head.
Yeah,
You know it.
in movies. Haven't you seen a movie, Harley?
Come on.
What about in Superman / whatever superhero Batman? When he's half face?
Correct. Batman. You got it.
Batman.
Nailed it.
Coin face. Half face.
Oh, Two-Face.
Coin
Two-Face.
face.
He flicks coins.
You're not wrong.
Thank you.
Also Joker.
But he was nice, and then he fucked up his face, and then what did he do? He got evil. Am I right? I'm right.
Yeah.
You're right in that narrow context, but I don't want to give you the point for the larger, broader conversation at hand.
If I
This
fucked
is
up
a
your
superhero
face, you
movie.
become a villain.
Yeah, you'd hate your life. I got bit by a dog on my face, and I've definitely got more cynical since I got the little scar on my schnoz.
There you go. That's
no,
proof.
yes, and unrelated, respectively.
Well, there's only one way to find out. We have to disfigure Harley.
Get a knife.
Not again.
Where's your sister?
Get some.
Get her to bring up a knife and some acid.
Knife and acid? Haven't you wounded me enough with your words?
Well, you cut the hole and then you put the acid in the hole.
Yeah, it's like
acid
making.
doesn't need a delivery system. It's acid all by itself.
it's like
But it just
making-
helps burn it in better. And then I can sort of like organize it so it looks like a lightning bolt, so at least it looks cool. You're welcome. I think about you.
Yeah, you make a little skin lid. You lift it up and put the acid in, then you put the lid down.
Like a toilet, so it doesn't smell.
Yeah,
It's polite.
Just leave it to cook for it. It's like a George Foreman grill.
It's going to smell.
Not with that attitude.
Pow! It knocks out
Can
the
I
fat.
please continue my story?
No, I'd
please?
actually like to talk about disfiguring Harley with acid some more. But this is your 10 minutes.
That can be
so-
your story then, okay?
well,
your story
definitely-
can be disfiguring
it definitely
Harley.
is.
I'd like to continue.
Thanks. Harley.
Alex.
Hardly. Harley.
All's X, because we're all moving
If
on
I
from
was
you.
going to be a stripper and or drag queen, I'd call myself All Legs.
If I was a stripper, I'd be paid more.
Because like Alex, but all legs.
Oh, that's
I
kinda
doubt
clever.
it. I highly doubt that.
They make a pretty good income.
Yeah, but
And it's all cash.
what are you making now? $2?
Like
I don't think there's a big room for male strippers.
$48,000
Like you'd
a
be
year.
surprised. I feel like it'd be a very aggressive area. I feel like if you like got a sex change, you might make more money.
I think
But then
that
you got to pay
narrows my
back the
market
sex
somehow.
change.
I think when it comes to other male strippers, competition might be stiff.
Ew. Anyway, I'm continuing. So this guy, as they're like learning their powers in the tip, with
Yep.
their ambulance sitting over there majestically in the background. Just remember they're ambulance drivers, so they're good people, so they're the good guys. This guy like cracks open through the nuclear power plant. He worked at fuck this word.
He worked there.
He worked at the plant, the power plant
The reactor.
that was naughty, the naughty power plant
Mm-hmm.
near the lake. And he like comes out of and he's like, no one likes me. So he like gets angry. He's like, you didn't save me. And he's like, he does one of those like poof, and it like flies. You know when they fly the thing over.
Is he
and
mad
it's, like,
because
there.
no one likes him?
No, he's mad because no one saved him.
All right.
It's just when he jumped out
He's
and
like-
screamed, "No one likes me."
Yeah.
I kind of got the impression.
Maybe he doesn't say that.
His superpower, Damien, projecting.
That's not a great
This is a
catchphrase.
good movie, okay? He doesn't say it. He says it through his body language.
Okay, through the visual
Okay,
medium of
yeah.
movies.
Okay, so he starts like fucking up the town and smashing it to bits and hurting people, and he's like trying to figure out the main guy who was like in charge of the like
Right.
the saving people, and he's like, I'm gonna kill that guy. He wouldn't come save me because they like were like,
What?
nope, no more people in. Like it's too dangerous. We're just gonna who's in there tough titties. And
Yep.
then Will Smith's like, no, I'm saving the children. But this guy's like, I'm finding that main guy and I'm gonna like kill him. Stuff that guy. He wouldn't come save me. He's gonna die.
Yep.
And so it's like on the news that he's like a rampage and he's like killing people. And then he's like, you know, when they like for some reason let the evil guy talk like on the TV because, you know, people come watch if you
Well,
get the main shit.
ratings.
So he's like got his microphone and he's like, I will not die down. Like I will keep destroying houses till you give me the guy who ran this thing. Like I will keep killing everyone until you give me this one guy, then I'll leave. I just want this one guy. But I will use force and destruction and death until I get what I want. And everyone's like, you heard it here first on Channel 9 News. Give me my raise, Mr.
Murdoch.
Yep. Murchy Doc.
It's a good bit of
And
comedy.
Will Smith and his friend are like, oh boy, oh Willikers. Gee, Willikers.
Oh my!
We need
I'm
to go
in
save the
danger.
town. We need to go save the town. And like, but how can we? Our powers are only mediocrely controllable. And he's like, Will Smith is like, I'm a hero. I'm doing this for the love of for everyone.
Yep.
And so they go fight him in like town. And it's a big, even though it's a comedy of errors, it's also an action film. We've decided here. And the superhero costumes are the ambulance
It's
costumes.
happened.
He's just
Yep.
there in the ambulance.
Alex's pitch got hit by radiation and is transformed from mild-mannered comedy of
Will
errors
Smith,
Into
obviously.
a Marvel movie.
into a sprawling action blockbuster.
You're welcome, guys. Enjoy the trip. So they have a big fight, And it's like a little bit of comedy because they're like messing stuff up, but it's like 2 against 1. And the guy's like, his anger, he can control it better because he's evil, so he just automatically knows what to do. And they're like nice and they're like trying to save people, but also like messing things up and like, oh, come on, man. Come on, Will. I'm sorry, man. And he like throws them shit. I'm sorry, I'm not good with accents. Or like, I guess it's an American accent. And then eventually they beat him and they like have him and they're like, do we kill him? And they're like, no, we can't kill him. We're the good guys. Like, we're paramedics. We're here to...
We save people.
Benevolence and malevolence. And the other one, benevolence and malevolence. Malevolence. And what's the third one?
Indifference?
No, that's not it.
Trilevolence.
I did a master's course in this and I can't remember the third one. Malevolence, and... It's like, no... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Indifferent.
Coriander, I assume.
Yeah, and coriander. And they're like, we can't kill him. And he's like... Well, like they're like holding him. They're like, no, we can't do this. Like we're gonna, and then just like something falls and just crushes him. Good, I made you laugh. Comedy of errors, that counts. And they're like, well, I guess we've done it. And they come out and everyone's cheering, like, woo, heroes, you're our paramedics. And then like there's like a cheering thing and everyone's happy and like George is there for some reason. He gives her a hug, and then it like flips forward to they're like back in the paramedic van. He's got his burger and they're like eating and they're going to some place and like, oh, we've got like a house collapse and like someone's, and they like see them using their powers to like be paramedics. So they're just paramedics, but it's just easy. Like they're lifting fat people out of second story houses who've had heart attacks.
They're like paranormal medics.
No.
Ding, no sale.
You're off the team. You know that meme where they push him out the window?
Full disclosure, I thought that was going to be my 10 out of 10 comment for the night. I was like, Damien, you've got it. You've got it.
In my experience, it's never the jokes you think on this show.
No, you doodlehead. Anyway, so he's doing that, and then it fast forwards, and he's like making Georgia breakfast, and he's like doing it really cool, technically, and she's like, "Oh wow, you're so cool," and he's like buttering the bread like in the air and shit with all the, and they're like, "Oh, this is," and they like, and then it ends.
Okay, I have one main thing.
That was awesome.
No, it was good.
Okay, I'm listening then.
It. My only concern is that Will Smith says, I'm going to save all the children, orphans / school children in the reactor because I'm a hero.
Because Will Smith is a hero?
His character, not the person Will Smith, his character is openly doing it because he wants to be a hero.
He wants to save the kids and his daughter.
But then the movie also venerates him by having everyone go, you are a hero. And so then in the third act, he's like, I need to stop this bad guy because I'm a hero.
Yeah. Seems consistent.
Yeah.
It's just, his motivation seems a little corrupt.
What? No, he's a hero. He's a paramedic.
Yeah. He doesn't think in his head, I need to do this to be a hero. He's thinking, I need to save these children because one is my kid and also children.
Okay. It's just the first time around it sounded like, I'm going to save these kids because I want to be a hero.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but that's not what he's thinking. Okay. Yeah. No, Will Smith is a good guy, GG. A GG. He's just a good guy all around.
Okay. Because, just with the paramedics, it felt like they're the sort of people who just, show up and sort of save the day. They don't really, not in the hero worship of it all. Otherwise, good movie. It's like the Marvel movie.
So he is meant to be like that. Okay. I was just taking the piss a little bit. Right. Sorry for disabling you with my one comment.
Why? It's all you do.
True. All right. Have you got some mean comments about it too? See, we were in the business. I have some.
The genre police are pulling up.
Yeah.
Woo! Do you know how fast you were genre swapping, young lady?
There was one swap, and it was a.
You're like, no, this bit's gonna be mostly action, and then at the end, you're like, gonna laugh at Harley. You're like, yes, it's comedy again. You all saw it. It's comedy the whole time. It's fine, whatever.
It's like going to
whatever, I'm fine. You're like one tear. You're like, fuck this bitch. She does whatever she wants. Where's the control?
No finesse.
Work on yourself.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, is it? It's fine. Is
it? I mean, I might have picked a more interesting power set than telekinesis, but it's...
Oh, suck my left nut.
Oh, jeez.
Well, and super strength. The friend has super strength, so... Meh. Sorry, change it to whatever.
Wow, you're defending your creativity with...
Pick a new power, man.
Turning machines into different machines.
That sounds awful. Way to overthink things.
Oh.
Jesus, here, have your little podcast, the paper
What did you call it?
podcast.
Do you think this paper is the podcast?
Is that not how this works?
Is it? Wait, when you're like, we're doing a podcast, have you been thinking of these things as podcasts? These
Yep.
slips?
Yep.
Jeez.
You can't bully me if I don't deny it. Try. You just sound like a dick.
Oh.
Like, take back the 10%, give it back to
You're a
Harley.
meanie. I haven't even started yet.
See? This is what it's like, Damien.
This is what it feels like when doves cry.
When doves cry bullshit.
Jeez. I might just go home if that's okay with you guys.
No, you're contractually obligated to finish the
Oh, jeez, I'm really stuck in this thing.
ironclad contract.
All right, let's see how we go here.
All right.
I'll get a genre.
He's
and see if I
diving
can-
into the pool of genres.
see if I can get this thing up on its legs.
Look, he has got a winner.
Yeah. Well, at least it's not medical drama. It's educational.
I rescind my comments.
The
Good luck, bitch. Because when the last time I did educational, I fucked it. No, actually, I just didn't do educational. I lied.
Yeah,
Lied through my
shockingly,
teeth.
she just threw the genre in the bin and pitched whatever the goddamn she wanted,
And it turned out great.
and just got away with it.
Should we add a wild card genre, like pick your own, maybe?
No, that's too hard.
Okay.
I can barely think of
Why,
what
Alex?
it
You
is.
do it anyway.
Exactly. Just do it anyway.
No,
All right, Damien, educate me.
the protagonist suddenly acquires magical powers and must learn to control them.
Yeah, that's on the paper, idiot. Think of something else. Gonna add to that.
Oh, okay. Thanks for clarifying that.
We've been doing this for 21 episodes.
Jesus. Educational.
Educate me on how to podcast.
Yeah, okay. So our protagonist is educational. We're going to pitch it at school-age children.
Mm-hmm.
So like upper primary, lower secondary type things can be the tone.
Yep.
So it's going to be like G/PG kind of in tone. It's going to be pretty clean and family valuesy. Maybe a little bit of supernatural stuff going on. And what's going to happen is the protagonist is going to gain the power to I've got it guys.
Really?
Yeah.
This is a lot of pressure, mate.
No.
Be fucking careful.
No. I've got
Fly, laser beams out of his eyes. His teeth are really long.
What do you think Superman is like?
all great. Wait, what? Do you think like woolly mammoths and saber-toothed cats and
Since
like
when have woolly
super-
mammoths got long teeth? Burn.
their tusks? You dickhead.
Wow, Alex, you just got
That
mine.
comes out of like up here. I wouldn't say that's a tooth.
She's pointing to her mouth.
Jaw.
That's your cheek.
Yeah,
So it's a
okay.
bone structure that comes out of a jaw.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a tooth.
It's Harley.
No, you're on your own here. I can't help
Please.
Where's Mexico?
Argentina, Alex.
Whatever.
Mexico is south of the US.
I didn't know that,
No.
sort of.
No,
I've seen movies.
I've got this.
I assume they're accurate on that.
I've got this whole thing sorted. Are you guys ready?
He's going with long teeth, I reckon.
So his main character is
Yeah.
a 14-year-old boy, and he's got a younger sister who's a
It's something to
10-year-old.
do with sex. It's educational. Boners are his magical power. He's got to learn to control them.
It's his sister. She's 10 years old.
Ew, that's weird.
What is this, some Blue
much?
Lagoon shit?
Not yet. Not yet.
It's going Russian for the
So they're living with their mother, and their father is like a famous zoologist, and he's written all the best books on animals.
And what
they-
era is this in?
It's in like kind of
Late 90s, early 2000s Australia.
no, it's in modern day, and
Uh-huh.
they're in
Ogo.
Doubt. Press X to doubt. Doubt.
It's in. It's in near future. Spain.
But somewhere to do with a historical landmark where there's a lot of tourists and it's very
They
historical.
walk the way of St. James, a historical route in northern Spain.
No, shut up, guys. So there's a boy and his sister, and their father is a famous zoologist, and they're like but he's away, and he's like, man, he's been gone for so long. And then they get a note that's like, we think he's in trouble. We should go help him, but we don't know how. We don't know where he's gone. But there's some clues in the letter. He's like, hey, a letter arrives, and he's like, hey, I'm actually in the Amazon rainforest at this address. And if you don't hear from me, like send help. By the way,
I am your father.
By the way, tell them that they might need some equipment that's in my lab. Yeah. So they go into the lab, be like, oh, we'll just go find him and it's easy. So they go into the lab and they find this like special kind of like potion, and they're like, oh, is this like the help that he think this was like what he was working on? They drink the potion and then
they both die.
And then
like the mother's devastated.
Well, if it's a zoologist potion, it probably would kill them.
It's and just then snake venom.
And then there's some spiders, because this is not a spider-free review. There's some spiders in a little...
How original, because telekinesis is too, done. But spiders are never done.
There's some spiders in a tank, and they start talking, and they can understand them. And they're like, hey, what? We can understand these spiders. They're talking. And the spiders are like, wait, you can hear us? That's crazy. Like, we thought only your dad knew how to talk to animals. And
oh my God, what is this show called?
It's Steve Irwin Harry Potter.
No, mixed with that Ranger girl that can talk to animals, the cartoon.
I haven't seen that show.
Thornberrys?
The Thornberries. Eliza Thornberry.
No, it's not like that. Well, I don't know. Actually, I haven't seen it.
Well, then how do this is exactly like that.
Okay, so they're like, oh man, we can talk to spiders. That's whack. And they're like, yeah, your dad was talking about going to the Amazon. We were good friends with him. You should go there. So
the spiders said that, or the kids said that?
No, the kids said that. So the kids get in like the zoologist's private jet, and they fly to
because the zoologists make a hella bank.
And they're like, oh, this is where he was staying, but we don't see any sign of him. And this pink river dolphin comes out of the water and is like, hey, what up, yo? I'm
pink river dolphin.
Yeah,
you're flexing on your educations again. I knew you'd probably do this.
I'm now pointing to the...
Are you educating kids on animals?
Yes.
What type of spiders were they? Be more specific. Educate me.
They were pink toe tarantulas.
Oh, you like the color pink? Is this sort of like
a
LGBT?
These animals actually pink, or is pink they're just
they have pink toes.
Really?
Yes.
Because they hide on the dolphins as hard to see.
Look, I'm not doubting you on this, but if you're lying to me, future Harley in the edit bay will have some strong words.
I have no fear. Pink toe tarantulas, the real pattern one. So the pink river dolphin's like, hey,
the guy just tricked him and like nail polished his hand. He's like, this is a pink toe tarantula. And he's like, best day ever.
Quickly painting tarantulas.
Oh man, these things are fabulous.
Howdy.
And the pink river dolphin's like, hey, like your father hung out because he was like studying the way we lived. We're usually really shy, but like and dolphins don't really live in rivers, so like we have these like special adaptations. And they're like, oh, that's really educational and interesting. Thank you, Red Dolphin. Do you know where he went next? And they're like, oh, we think that he was going to go like study in the Arctic. He was looking for polar bears, like I think he said. And they're like, okay, get in the jet. And they go to the jet and they find like a polar research station.
The dolphins are the bad guys.
And then they go there and they're like, oh, now we've like looking at lots of creatures that are in like the that live in the Arctic Circle. And they're like, oh man, what crazy things do you have to do to survive here? It's so cold. And the polar bear's like, yeah, so you need warm coats, but I have a warm coat built in, and it's like white because it helps me like hide from predators. No, it helps me be disguised from
it helps
things
me
I want to
hide from prey.
What the polar bears? Who are polar bears prey?
They go after like lost
Antarctic
Russian
researchers.
Tourists. Yeah.
No, but who preys on polar bears?
No one.
Yeah, so they hide. It's camouflage to pounce.
Yeah, to pounce.
Got ya. Because I was like, what? I'm like, there's something bigger than a polar bear. I'm like, what is it?
Yeah, and then they speak
tell me.
And they speak to some
it's 12 feet tall.
Some whales that are up there, and they're like, hey yo, we saw your pops.
Narwhals.
Yeah, they can be narwhals. Why not?
Sick. Unicorn.
And they're
whales.
like, wow, what kind of creature are you? You look like that river dolphin we met. And they're like, no, we're a narwhal. We have these habits, and like we've got this crazy horn. And like, let us tell you why we evolved it, because no one else knows.
Cowboy hats.
Would a narwhal really think its horn was crazy?
Is it to shank people in the ribs?
Ribs.
Is it a shanking thing that they do with that?
I think they fence with it as a mating display.
They really don't. That seems like a waste.
Because you could.
But the
shoot so
only
many
issue
fools.
is if you shanked a fish that was too small on it, they got caught, and then you had it like stuck on your head, and then
They have
things
to work cooperatively because you spear a fish and then
Yeah.
another narwhal has to
Yeah.
come up and eat it. and
Yeah,
then-
exactly, 'cause
Like,
My
right,
joke
stuck
was
on.
going to be they're into communal shish kebabbing, but it's not a joke really.
communal shish kaboing.
Yeah,
That's
'cause-
kinky.
Citation
especially when
needed.
you're an aggressive top or whatever I said before.
And they're like, oh yeah, we
top.
met your
Power
father and
top.
he was great, but like he's gone up to a desert region now.
He does not organize his holidays
Where in the fucking
succinctly.
world is Carmen San Diego?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're always one step behind him, and they go to like different
Yeah.
biomes and speak to different animals, and they learn things about the way these animals like
Uh-huh.
live
And your
work.
science teacher makes you watch this every week.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
yeah.
Eminem's in the building.
And they,
Oh, shit.
and they keep thinking he's like, oh man, like we keep getting like closer and closer, and like he just left, and they go all around the world, and then
And
eventually,
then their dad's dead.
Yeah.
and they go to like the
Pauper's grave.
Congo and speak to gorillas, and so once they've done a big like kind of tour of the different animals, they're like, yeah, we like. He sent a letter, but that was like ages ago, and like we heard he was like heading back home. So they're like getting their jet, and they like see his like
Other jet.
crazy, not other jet. What's another vehicle? Like big
Helicopter.
his big
Mobile.
his big science hovercraft thing with the like the observational deck on the
His
top.
airship.
Yeah, it's like landed. Oh, it's come to a stop, like somewhere near where they are, and he's like just kind of like talking to some ants and checking out what they're up to. And they're like, "Hey kids, like where like you got my letter?" And they're like, "Yeah, ages ago. We've been looking everywhere for you." And he's like, "Well, I hope you found some cool stuff. Like here are some ants that live right nearby. You know, I've traveled all around the world and spoken to all sorts of crazy animals." But like the kind of like the weird and wacky lives of animals are all around us, and you don't have to travel far from home to like find and discover some amazing habits. And like now,
Habitats?
I hope you've got a new appreciation for like the world that surrounds us. And they all go home, and it's like a pretty of a happy ending. Like, oh man, we finally found Dad, and everything turned out for the best. And the mum's like, "Where have you kids been? You took the private jet." I was a little bit worried, I guess. Also, I guess you've been gone
But
for
I
quite some
self-medicate
time.
with alcohol, so
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the and then they
post-credit
go into
scene.
his lab, which
Yeah.
it was just like filled with animals, and they just like didn't understand. And then all the animals are like, "Hey, he's back! Time for party!" And they play some like kind of like fun music, and all the, like the little
Did
monkeys and like
DreamWorks make
little
this?
like
is this a cartoon or is it like
it's like a CG.
It's
CGI?
made by DreamWorks.
Yeah.
This is what
So
they
it's
do.
like it's with you real humans,
Realistic-ish.
but all the yeah. And they're like, "Woo, let's party!" And the kids are like getting into it, and then
Mum's
like,
smashing back wine bottles in the
yeah, she's
corner?
like, "Jesus Christ,
Why did I marry this guy?
Jesus Christ!" And
Her name's
Yeah.
Carmen San Diego.
So
we
it-
found her.
so at the first they're at the
Carmen
start.
when she changed it when she married.
So at the start they're all like,
Stupid.
"What are you doing? Oh my god, I'm afraid of animals, and like your
Yeah.
habits are scary to me." But they just like kind of gradually learn to be more diplomatic and like understanding and like kind of approach animals on their own terms, which is the learning to control their powers. Part of it.
Oh,
So-
really? Okay, you fucking bullshit artist. You went so hard educational, you forgot you were even fucking talking about.
No.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Look at our magic powers.
Mine was closer to my shit than yours was closer than your shit.
I'll let the viewers be the judge of that.
And the viewers or the listeners.
I'll let
We've figured out that there's probably no secret cameras.
the listeners, I suppose. And that is the end of my protagonist. So they acquires magic powers and must learn to control them. Educational film.
Barely.
So,
Alex has covered.
I mean, this is kind of a more of a Netflix special than a cinema release kind of thing.
Alex has covered the first thing I was going to address, which is what is that mother or other guardian doing that these kids were just on a round the world trip.
So she might be doing the like the touching base thing. So after they, maybe she sends them to go like get Dad, and then she checks in with them, and they kind of like recap what
Right.
they've learned
Okay.
with her.
At the end of
So,
episode.
okay.
So they
We
video.
learned penguins are small.
So they video call with her after each kind of biome they go to.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like this
Second-
isn't a bad way to teach kids about animals, to be honest. I'm not against it.
Second-
I don't like that you missed the point of the thing you grilled me about and you did it the same thing
The
but
learning to
other
control.
way. Yeah.
No, because
You missed it.
No,
Y'all missed it.
I just
I'm scared of
kinda
animals
just start
isn't a
talking
power.
I
about
just
animals.
tucked it in.
You just got too excited about talking about the animals, you know, like the pink toad bullshit dolphin crap.
the pink-toed dolphin.
You got too excited flexing on your animal knowledge and you've got to do the tropey thing. And I'm only flexing on you because you flexed on me.
So
you flexed
query
on
the
Harley, go on.
Query the second of 3.
Yes.
A zoologist makes a potion.
Well, he had the potion. He didn't necessarily make it himself.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some kind of chemist made the potion and gave it to him because as a zoologist, he was going to get a lot more use out of it than the chemist.
Okay, that's fair. Sounds like we have sequel bait. And thirdly,
yes,
who sent the letter? Because he was fine. He was just going about his normal trips and stuff. Who sent the letter that triggered the kids to need to find the father?
Oh, the father did, but it had been like crumpled and lost, and maybe the first camp was like destroyed a bit, and then he like managed to like pull himself up by his own bootstraps and like move on with his journeying.
But
and the mum just never
send
told
a
him.
message saying, "Actually, don't worry, I'm fine."
Maybe he did, but they were like they left before it got there because
it just went to the machine because the mum was drinking.
Yeah, if they only got the first letter.
Okay, look.
I'm like, I mean, you could set this in the past so video calls aren't a thing. I don't know, man. Like, just anyway. There's
you would have said it in the
there's
past.
A call to adventure. There we go.
That's why I was hoping it was a phone call because it would be a little call to adventure. But I wanted to inquire because I felt like there was a greater mystery at play that the father didn't actually send the "I'm in help" message. And then there could have been room for an antagonist who was like, haha, I'm going to break in and steal your talking juice. Or I'm going to steal your research notes.
Maybe there is a protagonist that's like trying to steal. Yeah, maybe
don't try and pretend like.
No, I could. It's not too late. Yeah, maybe
it's still good. It's
maybe
still
like
good.
low key, there is like another zoologist who's always trying to like get his research and whatever.
Okay.
And like maybe he comes by and he's like, "Where's your dad? Can I look in his lab? Like, I'm an old friend." And they're like, "Get out of here, you mustached facial scar dude."
Stranger danger.
You look like you've been hit by some kind of radioactive
you have facial
acid.
disfigurement, therefore you're evil.
Yeah, basically.
Duh.
Acid knife.
Alright, yep.
Yeah. But,
Okay, sorry, I just wanted
You're right.
deeper-
Maybe I should have put in an
deeper
antagonist.
mystery in life.
I was just trying to keep it like pretty wholesome and pretty.
Yeah, no, it was definitely. It was definitely entertaining. Wholesome. You can see Netflix asking for 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see like a 15-minute, 20-episode thing that like you had to watch it like every week at school and science
When
class.
the science teachers just had enough.
Or even
No, but
little
like at the start of every science class, you was just so they can like deal with their hangover for the first 15 minutes of class. Go munt in the sink in the back room.
little 10-minute shorts.
Shove their head in the chemical store.
Yeah,
This could be like
hoping
the
for
Captain
something to
Planet / the World Watcher type, like short things between bigger cartoons.
Yep. The interstitial. All right, Harlow's fishing for a genre. Damien, is there a pink fish?
The dolphins aren't fish.
they're mammals.
Correct.
Duh.
All right, okay. I was asking for a pink fish, so I guess you failed the brief.
What?
I was asking.
Salmon can be pink.
Thank you. I was asking for a pink fish because I was fishing.
Is shrimp fish?
And you said pink a lot.
Salmon aren't pink
They can be pink.
on the inside.
They can be on the outside a little bit.
Can they?
I'm sure there's pink fish.
Harley, what?
Koi
genre
fish. Is it koi or toy? Koi
Koi.
fish. They can be
Well,
pink. I've seen a
Damien,
pink
you're
koi
gonna
fish.
want-
They were pretty. It was pink and white.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. Koi can be pink.
You're going to want to go back to Alex in a second because I pulled foreign film.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I've really been handed an open playbook here.
I think you've been getting this too many times.
This is the first time I've
I regret writing that down.
Damien
I don't
had
even think I
last
spelled
Yeah,
it right.
Harley's been getting all the art
Experimental.
films. Experimental / art films.
Which one was a mess and the other was a meta mess.
This all has to be in French and you have to speak in French.
Je te l'or. Bonjour, le podcasters.
Okay,
Continue.
that's enough of that.
Oh, God.
No, force it. Make him do it till he cries.
Why is that your answer for everything?
I mean,
Because she's a power top.
Ain't no stopping when you're power topping.
As Alex's catchphrase, I can only assume that's true.
it's going to be my new Tinder bio. Oh, I don't have Tinder. Well, I'll put it on my Instagram. It can be my Instagram bio.
That'll be on the Twitter.
You know what I'm thinking of doing for the Twitter? I like to make memes. So I think I'm going to make some memes for the Twitter.
Make some memes.
So if you like some memes, Get on our Twitter because I'll make some real dank ones.
That'll be
Dankaholic.
Those will be some pretty niche memes, I must
You'll
say.
be pretty aggressive against
I
you
love
two.
niche memes.
For our 6 listeners, you might get some chuckles out of Alex's dank memes.
Watch me whip. Watch me may. Have you seen this old lady where she's like, watch me whip, watch me mayonnaise?
No, do you just watch ads?
It's not an ad.
Sounds like an
It
ad.
was a Vine.
Oh, yes, the halcyon days of Vine. So, you know what country is foreign to Australia?
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
France.
New Zealand.
And I'm going to pull a
New
Damien,
Caledonia is French.
and
It's
I'm
near
going
us.
to put this
South
French
Africa.
film
New Caledonia.
in the past.
Oh, for fuck.
I'm
Why don't you
thinking
just let Damien do it then?
1940s Paris.
Ew. That sounds like there's
1940s
poo-poo in the
Paris.
street.
Yeah.
Are you okay? And I hope you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I do, baby.
I don't. What is he doing? Is it war? What was that? That
That's-
seems like it's after the war. No.
That's the big one. That's
World War
number 2.
II. Oh, Hitler's kind of. Germany's close to France.
It's
Didn't they like take over France a lot during
Yes.
their drug phase?
rock face.
Germany is close to France, and in fact, in the 1940s,
They
France
were?
was inside Germany. They
Yeah.
gobbled it up
Yeah.
like a snack,
Because they did a lot of coke / meth / amphetamines.
and they're like, "Oh man, I could eat so many different countries right now. Give me that Belgium."
No more art, just do drugs. But not everyone, just the army.
So this is set before France has been invaded.
In the 1940s,
Oh, so like late 1930s, whatever. It's not like history.
What's the answer, Damien?
they're invaded in 1938.
All right, so late 1937.
Did that feel good? Did that feel good?
Yes.
If you're such a history buff, you should know where I'm going with this. But it's exclusively
He
not
did.
to do
He
with the
did
war.
straight away.
So it's
It was
not,
actually 39. I was just like baiting him to see if he'd.
What? I don't look. Just because all my school covered was World War II doesn't mean I was listening. We mostly read depressing stories about people in the concentration camps.
I didn't
Okay.
do any of that.
Good. I mean, it's good to be aware of it, but it sucks to read it when you're 16 and hoping for a positive outlook on life, and then you go, "Oh shit, this happened."
That's true.
So anyway, in 1930, whenever France, the war is far away at right now, but it's coming closer.
I don't think that's how it worked.
Yes, Europe in the 1930s, in the grip of World War II, but France has not yet been affected.
Like, the country's preparing for war, but they haven't been invaded yet. This is really not important to the film.
Maybe you should have done New Caledonia, and we wouldn't have had
All right,
these issues.
I'm sick of this shit. We're doing a film noir, okay? It's foreign. It started in
Where?
France. It's film noir.
What's that?
1940s detective movies. But it's
Blech.
set in France.
Blech.
All right, you've
Where's
both
the
soured
effort?
me on this. So there's a
the
guy, he's a
dedication?
private detective in Paris, and he's like dodging whatever their version of the draft is. And he's like, "No, I'm working. I'm taking a case. Here, I'm helping this rich heir find his missing wife."
Spoiler alert: he banged her. And she's in the cupboard.
She's actually off fighting the war against the Germans.
And he's complaining about, the case to his friend who's about to ship out for the war or the front or wherever.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, the bar gets shot up. His friend dies from all the shooting up,
Pew pew pew.
but not in
Bang!
war.
Biggity bang! Bang bang bang!
And
Shoot!
these people in weird masks start storming the bar.
Oh, weird how?
I don't know, like
Big white-
misshapen, like Picasso masks, I guess. Just like they're humanoid, but like clearly intentionally disfiguring
KKK.
the face.
Kind of like Blue Period, or what are we thinking?
War masks, just war masks.
So
They're all from Guernica.
he's
Copper
like,
everything.
"Oh my god, my
That was
friend."
a clever art joke,
but
by the way. Just so you know,
What?
you don't have to get it, but just
Clever Archer joke.
Yeah,
What'd you say?
they're all from Guernica.
Gallagher.
Don't even trip. Let's proceed.
Guernica's a
Dog.
place where war happened or something.
It's a
So he's
This is a weird.
trying to
it's
patch
very
up his
educational
friend,
today. Not my bit, but,
but
you two.
the guys in the weird masks chase him out the back, and
Give him a little smooch on the face. Mwah.
they're
they're
trying
secret
to
lovers. Good
kill
idea.
him because he was the last witness standing,
Uh-huh.
and he's about to. They make it all the way down to the docks of, or the river, whatever.
The canal.
Sure.
Yay.
Which river is it?
I don't fucking know, man.
Well, it's not the Nile.
They go to
'cause
the
you're in
body of
denial.
water nearest to wherever this is set.
Uh-huh.
And one of them wings him and he's like, well, I guess I got better play this for all it's worth. And Pratt falls into the body of water and like holds his breath and stays under there and, you know, surfaces and like floats away and whatever. And they're like,
Did you say he was scared he was going to get the plague?
No.
I'm confused.
He got shot, went into the water, and they're like, that is good enough. He is certainly dead. We shot him.
Then show me his body.
It's floating away. Except when he hit the water, he hit his head on a submerged rock.
Well, that is not good for you.
And he
You're
gets the
very easy to
ability
drown.
to breathe water. And that's how he escapes them. So he just stays submerged.
That's why you should always jump into untested waters head first.
Yeah. Don't do that. And eventually...
So did he eat something nuclear first or something? Or
No, he hit his head.
This is a foreign film, so is it actually a cartoon for some aspects of this?
And he surfaces...
swallowed a magic frog.
Yeah, the legs of a red frog.
I don't care.
France has magic frogs.
Care!
And...
Don't nag him, Alex. He's doing his best.
Two ideas are opposed to each other, Alex. Harley, care about your film. Well, in my film, nah!
This sucks. Try care harder.
Care harder.
There you go. Tweet that, Damien. Fucking dare you tweet that.
That's a good one.
So he surfaces and he's like, I can't believe I can breathe water now. What else can I do? And he has his fun and games where he discovers his powers. He's like, oh, my bullet hole is shrinking up as we speak. I guess I can have the power of healing. Except now he's got a case. He has to find the girl. He has to find out who shot him. He goes and hits up the air and is like, did you send people to kill me? No. What? No, I'm paying you good. What's the currency in France in the 30s? Is it francs?
Look who comes crawling back.
Coins.
It's Frank's.
Oh, so I got it. I didn't need your help.
Frank Sinatra's. Give me 3 Frank Sinatras, please.
I'm paying you so many francs to find the hair. And he's like, okay, I guess it wasn't you, but oh boy, you better not try and kill me. And he's like, okay. Have you found my wife yet? And he's like, no, haven't had a chance. I've been shot at a lot. And then he goes and investigates the seedy underworld of 1930s
Wife
Paris
stealing.
and wife stealing. And he investigates the wife and find out she's an art thief.
Ooh, naughty
yeah.
lady.
And being married to a rich heir is great cover because you go to fancy heir parties.
Wait,
and you can scope out.
She's a rich heiress.
She's married to a rich heir.
Yep.
And she's an art thief.
Oh.
And her day job of being a trophy wife is really good for scoping out fancy artworks and stuff that she steals by night.
Yeah. So
does he know? The husband?
No.
Ooh, plot twist.
Yeah.
So what's she doing with all the art? Selling it, or is she just in it for the sport?
Both.
Mm-hmm. Kind of Thomas Crown Affair type thing. Yep.
And then he's like, all right, well, I found you out. I don't care about the thieving thing. It's just your husband hasn't heard from you in a while. And she's like, no, I've been calling him every day. We talk every day. Do they have phones then? I want to say yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Damien, for helping me.
Do they have party lines back then, or that had not been thought out yet?
No.
That hadn't been thought of yet?
No.
Do you actually know that, or are you just telling me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
cool.
She's like, but I talk to him every day. And then that's when he realizes that the heir who the heir was actually trying to kill her, not him, because he's not the real heir. He just paid the detective to find her. And then he shows up. And he's like, ha ha ha, thank you for finding her. She stole my insert period relevant art piece here.
Mona Racer. Got ya.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for the
why not?
layup. And he's like, get him, mask boys. And
but they're actually Irish. And they're out of potatoes.
I'm not going to touch that at all.
Like, yes. Get them, boys. We'll side with Hitler on the wall.
Get the potato guns. Pew, pew.
That's what caused the potato famine. They use it all as ammunition.
Yeah, it's a hard life.
As pranks.
Gotcha, fam.
And then they start shooting up the whole place. He's like, well, I guess I got to get you out of here because, you know, you're an art thief, but you don't deserve to die. And then she dies. She just gets shot a bunch.
The dame.
Yep.
He doesn't even get to bang her first.
She's married.
So?
Fair. Anyway.
Sounds like she married him for convenience anyway.
There was love there. It was visual. It's a movie.
Okay.
Anyway. And then he's like, oh no, mask people, you've got me cornered, but turns out I've got superpowers. And then like, we just straight up don't believe you, we're about to shoot you. And he's like, he holds up his fingers and he's about to click them. And he's like, don't make me do it. And then they're like, ooh, wait, what's he gonna do?
Wait, they actually buy that he's got superpowers?
Not that he's got superpowers, but he's
Well,
like,
they're
I'm
on a
gonna
lot
click
of
my
drugs,
fingers and something
so-
bad's gonna happen. And they're like, quick, Johnson, check our 6. Maybe he's got a friend out there or something. And then he's just raising his hand up and up in the air. And then just when they're transfixed, he pulls out his gun and just bang, 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 bang. Just shoots all 6 of them. 6 shots, 6 head.
Oh.
Yep.
Feels like they would have been ready for that. But no.
No.
So when does the trope come into it?
Good question.
I'm like, oh, he's back on it. I'm like, no, he's not back on it. I thought he might have jumped into some sort of...
So he hit his head and immediately could breathe underwater.
He got superpowers.
Yeah,
from hitting
and
his
so
head.
when does he learn how to use that?
The whole movie.
When is he in water again?
Maybe these fights could take place like
When do we even reference that again?
at water parks and at the aquarium.
Yeah. Is maybe their lairs on some sort of island?
And then the fake hair comes back and he's like, you shot all my men, but you haven't shot me. And he's like, dang, you're right. I'm out of bullets. And the fake hair doesn't have a gun, so they start a fist fight. And then they fall into the water. And the hair's just like, I'm going to hold you down till you drown. And he's like, you first. And then 6 minutes and a blah, 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 blah later, the fake hair's drowned.
Mm-hmm.
And the detective just walks back finds the real heir the next day because he's a detective. And he's like, oh boy, do I have a story for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's it. That's the end.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a foreign film. It doesn't have to make sense.
Yeah, right.
Or be good.
Or
So-
use that trope, apparently.
He had powers, I'll have you know.
Does he
I
slowly
think I win because you guys both fucked up on doing the trope.
Yeah, I was
Suck
really
my
jazzed for this,
noodle.
but foreign film just really...
Yeah, I know.
And then, like, the whole... Apparently, World War II is a touchy subject.
It's not touchy, but it definitely happened in France from 1939 to 1944.
Okay.
I'm glad you know when our first or second one I do the France thing with the soldiers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't grill me at all, so I'm glad I got it in
That's
early.
because you kept guessing and getting it right. And I was like, this is all fine so far.
And it was all incidental. I was just like, I'll set it in France, so it's a foreign film in the 1940s, so it's OG noir. And then it's like, yeah, in the background of the war, but it's not actually invaded yet.
Isn't noir set in the 50s?
No. Well, it starts in 40s. It breaches into the 50s because it's a more convenient time period for narratives because it's post-war.
Yeah, right.
But it's definitely 40s, early 50s at the latest. Because then you start to branch into mid-century modern ideas.
There we go. I think we all learned something today. And it was that pink dolphins live in the Amazonian River and not that, whatever you just
So
said.
you guys have no respect for a trope. That's what
Alex.
I learnt.
They're trying to you are the worst offender of all them all, actually.
Correct.
No, this isn't a comedy no more. We're
It
doing
was
action.
a comedy of errors the whole time. They were
The only
funny
error
while they
was
were
in
fighting.
Not keeping it a comedy.
Your error is being a butthole.
Oh. That's oddly personal, but okay, there we go.
But Bazinga.
Camel.
Oh, God.
Country roads, take me home.
Oh, that's the music playing.
We've gone on too long, Belle.
That Alex is like the blackboard that's like, hurry up. As long as you get
Country Rose is really the crook on our stage. she's fishing.
West Virginia.
We need to get this Mr. Squiggle back in his rocket ship and blast him back off.
Take on me.
Oh, God, enough of the musical numbers. All right, there we go. We did the we attempted. The protagonist suddenly acquires magical powers and must learn to control them. To be honest, we kind of all went a bit wonky on that.
Get fucked. Mine did so.
Look, I'm willing to admit mine went off the trails at least as much as both of yours did.
Mine was comedy of errors, but the comedy of errors was just add post recording.
It's a contentious set of podcasts. If you listen here, listener, right?
No,
I'm addressing you.
Look, it's easy for you to speak. All my friends will say yours was the best one anyway.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, Mark, you listen to the show. You really like Damien's post-apocalyptic musical one. So good on you and him.
Meh.
Yeah, that one goes all right.
I don't remember.
Also, can we get rid of foreign film?
No.
Yeah, yes, we
Let's
can.
duct tape that to your hand so you always get it.
Sure, I can deal with it. You two are the ones that have to suffer.
Listening, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, there's been Surprise Synopses. You can follow us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, share us with a friend if you like, hate, or are indifferent to the show. You have to do it. I covered every base. Waterfallstories.com for that. Alex Gavitt's Case Notes has, I think, just wrapped up, so go listen to Season 1 and Season 2 now, and stay tuned for the exciting interim thing that I haven't announced yet. Damien, you can follow the show at...
Surprise Synopses on Twitter.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think that's Surprise Synopses.
That's what we've
got. That's what we do.
There'll be some memes on there.
There'll be some memes on there and some excerpts from as yet unreleased episodes.
Yep. I didn't have a guitar for this episode because I did the Sea Shanty thing, so ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Surprise Synopses.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Surprise Synopsis.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Surprise Synopses. That's an episode.
I'll take it. How did you like being bullied? Was that better for you?
Oof.
Well, hello there. That sure was an episode of Surprise Synopses. Did you know that France was invaded by Germany in May of 1940? Ha ha ha! So I've got 2 after credits scenes for you today. The first of which is me trying to explain the Sea Shanty to Alex and Damien, and you all know how that turned out. And then after that, may I present to you for your delectation my demo of the Sea Shanty, which I dare say was the pinnacle of the art form, at least as far as we are concerned. I don't really have much else to say, do I? How are you doing? How's your day? Oh, really? Well, isn't that interesting? Yeah, my day was okay. Went to work. That was a whole deal, you know? Just a million little things. Oh, you probably want to listen to the after credit stuff. Well, alright. Since we're friends and all, here you go. So, you're listening to this after the episode we're about to record, because I'm about to explain to Damien and Alex the intro we're going to do live.
I'm listening.
Hi, Mum.
So, I'll explain the full context of this later, but all you two need to know for a start is that you each have, it's a call and response sort of thing, and you have 2 lines, and you just alternate. So I'll do a line, then you do a line, I do a line, then you do your second line.
Do we have the same lines, Alex and I?
Yes.
Okay.
So your 2 lines are, I hope the tropes are lit.
Okay.
Good. I hope the tropes are lit.
And genres aren't shit.
And genres
Sure.
aren't shit.
And genres aren't shit, or
Yeah.
just genres aren't shit?
And genres aren't shit.
And I hope the tropes are lit, and genres aren't shit. Aren't shit? Ain't shit?
And the genres aren't shit.
And the
so-
genres ain't shit.
Yeah.
Is this a song? Are you doing a rap?
I'm not doing a rap. Okay. I'll give
He's
you...
doing a rap.
doing
And
a
now
rap.
he's changing it because we figured it out.
Free. Give me a beat. Selector.
It's a sea shanty.
It's your boy,
Oh,
Harley.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So when I do something, so Harley says something, and then you two say, I hope the tropes
I hope the
are
tropes
lit.
are lit.
Hope the trope. Fuck.
Hope the tropes are lit.
I hope the tropes are
Lit.
tropes. That sounds a weird word. I've said it too much. I hope the tropes are lit.
Yes. Then I say something, and then we say, and
The genres ain't
Aren't
shit.
Ain't shit.
Ain't
we go
shit.
with 8.
Aren't.
Bitches ain't shit, and neither are the
But hoes and tricks.
Lick on these nuts and suck a dick.
Wow, you are a power top.
That's canon.
It's on the show.
Oh, shit.
All right, so do you two know your lines now? Or do
Yeah.
Bitches ain't shit, but hoes, no.
Yeah.
Tropes ain't shit.
I
No,
hope the
I don't know
tropes
it.
are lit.
Don't forget about Dre.
I hope the tropes are lit.
This is why I quit acting, because I'd never learnt the lines.
And the genres aren't shit.
I hope the tropes are lit and the genres ain't shit.
Yeah. I'll do it with you guys, in addition to doing my call thing, so we'll do it together, okay? Are you ready?
No.
I'm ready for a
But I
practice
mean,
go.
Yeah.
No, this is real. We're doing it live.
Okay.
Surprise Synopses here again. Surprise Synopses here again. I hope tropes are lit. 3 pitches minimum. And genres aren't shit. Holly's one does persist. I hope the tropes are lit. I'll be mighty pissed. And genres aren't shit. Damien's my favorite one. Hope the tropes are lit. Synopsis person, yes, hun. And genres aren't shit. Alex is sure to surprise. Hope the tropes are lit. And bully Harley all his life. And the genres aren't shit. Surprise Synopses is life. Hope the tropes are lit. Like